Hello and welcome. My name is Dawn, but you're going to come to know me as Ms. McWhoop. There is a story as to why my nickname is Ms. McWhoop, and I will share that with you. But first of all, let me just tell you that this is my very first video on my channel, and I want to use it to just kind of introduce myself and let you know what you can expect from this channel. I was diagnosed a couple of months ago with breast cancer. And in the United States, 1 in 8 women are diagnosed with breast cancer in their lifetime. I didn't think I would be one of them, but here I am. And I went through a lot of different emotions when I received my diagnosis. First of all, I tried to convince the tech who did my ultrasound that no, I didn't have cancer. I was sure that that was not what had happened. And he proceeded to educate me on, well, it looks like cancer. It's reacting like cancer. I've got a pretty good idea that this probably is going to be cancer and you need to prepare yourself. So I did a lot of reading before the results came back, and I found out that, you know what, breast cancer, very high survival rate if they catch it early enough. And so I had prepared myself for hearing the words, you have breast cancer, and for feeling confident that I would survive. It was not a death sentence. When I got the results back, I didn't have just breast cancer. I had metaplastic breast cancer with triple negative receptors. And if you're not up to speed on all of the different types of breast cancer, I will tell you that it happens to be a very rare and very aggressive type of cancer. As a matter of fact, it makes up anywhere from 0.2 to 1% of cancers are actually metaplastic with triple negative receptors. Whereas many of the survival rates for breast cancer might be in the 90+% at 5 years. My type of cancer, the cancer that I have, is actually has a survival rate at 3 years of 40%. And so while I was prepared to hear you have breast cancer, I was not necessarily prepared to hear what I heard, and it kind of threw me for a loop. Here's the good news. This cancer that I have, it is a real badass. There's no doubt about it, but so am I. And I am tenacious, and I am committed to not just surviving. I cannot stress this enough. When I made a decision that I was going to beat this, I wasn't satisfied with surviving breast cancer. I want to come out of this on the other side better, healthier than I went into it. And I have definitely a wonderful support system. I'm very, very lucky, blessed, however you want to frame it. I do not take for granted for 1 minute the people in my life, the people who are supporting me through this. I have 4 kids. They're grown, but they're all there for me. They're all supportive. I have a wonderful husband. It is my keeper husband, my forever husband, not my practice husband. I've had 2 practice husbands. Didn't work out. They're gone. But the husband I have now, he's wonderful, and he's incredibly supportive. So I have family, I have friends, I have some of the very best coworkers that anybody could ask for. Everybody has rallied around to offer support. I've had some of my friends at work send flowers. I've had people check in on me. I just can't even say enough about how much the people that I work with have stepped up to support me through anything that I need. And I feel that. And I would be amiss if I did not say that one of the very greatest blessings that I have come to appreciate is that the company that I work for has been above and beyond when it comes to caring for me and making sure that I have what I need to heal. And I'm not bragging. I sure hope nobody hears me say that I am bragging, because I know there are a lot of people that do not have the situation that I have. I'm blessed. I know that. I'm grateful. I'm so grateful for everything that I have. And here's what I want you to know. We all come into situations being dealt a lot of different hands. I want to be able to pay it forward as much as I can and to share with everyone who maybe doesn't have a support system that's quite as strong as mine, or doesn't have a job that affords them the ability to heal. Whatever it is that you're facing, I want to help. If I can help, I want to help. If it's a kind word, if it's encouragement, if it's helping you look at the bright side of a situation, I firmly believe with every challenge, there is an opportunity. And I would not have chosen to get breast cancer. I would not have chosen to get metaplastic breast cancer with triple negative receptors. Wasn't on my horizon as things I wanted to do, but here I am. And so knowing that this is where I am, what am I going to do about it? How am I going to show up moving forward? I certainly want to beat this for myself, selfishly. Yeah, I want to live. I'm so not ready to fade into the sunset. I'm doing it for me. I'm also doing it for my 4 children and my grandson and my soon-to-be new grandbaby who will be joining the family next year. You know, I have a lot to live for, and I'm grateful for that, and I intend to do it. I have seen a lot of videos that are tailored to the experience, the journey of breast cancer, and I have found some of those very helpful as I was facing my diagnosis and trying to prepare for what was to come. And so I want to be able to do that for other people as well. I want to be able to be very transparent, and I want to be able to answer any questions that you have. I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to be giving medical advice, but if you want to know about a certain experience, please put it in the comments and I will try to address it in an upcoming video. If you're struggling because you got this news and you just really don't know how to make sense of it, you don't know, how to kind of find the silver lining in what you're dealing with, please know that I'm here for you, and I want to be a part of your journey. I want you to be a part of mine. There's going to be times when I need to pick me up too, and I hope that you guys can kind of be there for me. But I promise you, if you hang in there and you watch the channel, I will do everything I can to make sure that you're getting value out of it. And, you don't know me yet, but you're going to get to find out that this cancer I've got is a badass, but I'm a badass too. And I don't want to survive cancer. I want to thrive. I want to come out of this on the other side of things better than when I came into it. There's a lot of things that I'm learning through my research, things about the ketogenic diet and how that helps. The important benefits of some of the comforts of what to take to chemo. I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about some of the things that I believe in, and I'm going to talk about gratitude. And I'm going to try to help you stay grounded if you need that extra helping hand. I will tell you that my daughter teases me all the time because I have a little bit of a phobia, if you will, or aversion to hair after it's come out of someone's head, like the shedding, you know, like the hair that you get on you. And I think it was because when I was a child growing up, I had really long hair, and I can remember being in the shower and washing my hair, and hair would come out and it would kind of get stuck to my skin, and I'd try to, you know, pull it away, and it would just get stuck to my hand, and it was like I could not get this hair off of me, and it was just kind of like, ah. So now anytime there is anything in the bottom of the drain, I just like almost gag. And I don't have a really, I don't have a really high, I'm not real wiggy about things, you know, like many years ago, I thought I was going to be a physician's assistant and go to med school. And so I worked in hospital settings to see if that was something I was really interested in. And, you know, I've held severed limbs. I have been in autopsies where I literally saw the top of someone's head removed, and, you know, where they were doing procedures, and I could handle all of those things. I don't have a real, you know, I don't get just wigged out too much, right? But let me tell you, I don't like hair in the bottom of a drain. I know it's quirky and it's weird, and that's kind of a thing. But why am I telling you this? Well, because I'm losing my hair, and I knew it was coming, or at least I was pretty certain. Almost everyone going through chemo loses their hair. So I prepared by buying a bunch of wigs. I say a bunch. I have probably at least 7 wigs. I did not pay a fortune for them. I got a couple of them relatively inexpensive off of Amazon. I even got a few of them off of, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but Temu or whatever it is. And the reason I did not want to spend a lot of money initially is because I didn't know what style would look good on me. I didn't know what color would look good on me. And so I thought, yeah, I'll just get, you know, a handful of different kinds of wigs and sample it. And so then when my hair falls out, I can upgrade, right? You know, because I went from having brown long hair to deciding to let it go natural, cut it all off really short so that I could just let the natural come in. And now I'm at the point where it's all natural. There's no color in my hair, and it's finally starting to grow out. And ta-da! Now I'm losing my hair. I could wait. It could get a little patchier. It could get a little thinner as we go on. But guess what? I'm starting to get that hair like coming off, shedding. I am not going to look in the bottom of my drain and gag. I just don't want to do it. So on the next video, I will be shaving my head, or somebody else will be shaving my head. I have seen some other cancer survivors, patients who really struggled with losing their hair. I totally understand that. It's, you know, especially maybe this is sexist, but I think in many ways it might even be worse for women when they lose their hair. Maybe not. Men would say probably no. But, you know, women, many times it's kind of our crown. And I think there are so many men who look stylish with, you know, a bald head that, I don't know, I think maybe for women to go bald, it's maybe a little bit more traumatic. Here's what I'll tell you about my hair, though. I have never been afraid of changing things up. I like, you know, different styles. I get bored really easily. I need a challenge. I need new. I need fresh. And so I have had extensions that went all the way down to here. I have dyed my hair brown. I have had highlights. I have had blonde hair. I have went short. I have went super short, which I think probably the thumbnail picture is one of my super shorties, because we cut all of the long hair off to make it go natural, and that's what I ended up with. I'm not so afraid to lose my hair. As a matter of fact, I've decided very conscientiously I was kind of looking forward to it. I was going to embrace it. I was going to make the best of it. I have all of these wigs. I'm going to upgrade my hairstyle because you know what? I went from brown to kind of silver and salt and pepper, however you want to refer to this. But as my father used to say when he started going bald, my hair's coming in pink. Well, my hair's starting to kind of come in pink too. You can really start to see if you were looking, you know, there's definitely some loss here. So we're getting rid of it. That's what we're doing. We're just going to cut it all off. Actually, we're not cutting it. We're going to shave it all off. So stick around for that. That'll be the next video. I did tell you I'm going by Ms. McWhoop. Why am I going by Ms. McWhoop? Well, when my grandson was born, I can remember me and my best friend sitting around and talking about how excited we were. And kind of a fun little story. My best friend growing up, from the time we were in junior high and through all high school and beyond, we were pretty inseparable. And I was an only child, at least until I was 15, and then I got a half brother, but I grew up pretty much as an only child. And my best friend, she had a brother and sister, but they were much older. So really, she was the closest thing to a sister I ever had. And I can remember we were 15 and we were sitting on my bed listening to records and talking, and we had a discussion about, wouldn't it be cool if when you grew up and when I grew up, if you had a boy and I had a girl, and you know, they grew up and they got married and had a baby, and then we would actually really be family. Wouldn't that be cool? Well, let me talk to you about the power of manifestation. We manifested that. I believe actually what was said was I was supposed to have the boy, she was supposed to have the girl, they'd grow up, you know, get married, have babies, and we'd be family. Well, it was pretty close. I didn't have a boy, she didn't have a girl, it was reversed, but they have been together now for, oh my goodness, 15 years-ish, somewhere around there. And I have a grandson. So we, you know, when the grandson was born, we would always say, well, it took us, you know, 15, 20 years, but we finally figured out how to have a child together. So we share a grandson. And we were talking after, you know, we knew that the baby was coming, and she already had grandchildren from she has a daughter as well, and her daughter gave her 2 wonderful grandsons, and they call her Mimi. And so she wanted the baby, as he got older, to call her Mimi, and I didn't want to be called Grandma. I was much too hip and cool to be called Grandma. I wanted to be Nana, with my first name being Dawn. When children try to say Dawn, a lot of times it comes out kind of Dutchy, and you know, it's Non or something like that. So I just thought, yeah, I'll be Nana. So we picked out these names, and my husband, the forever husband, the good husband that I'm keeping, he came in and he heard us talking, and he said, oh, well, gee, if everybody's just going to make up silly names, I want the baby to call me Grandmaster Ninja McWhoopass. Well, we've shortened that. We called him Papa McWhoop for a while, and I'm kind of Nana McWhoop. And so anyway, I am McWhoop here, but the reason I chose to go by McWhoop here on this channel is because, as I said, the cancer I have is badass, but I'm a badass too. And I have every intention of opening up a can of whoop ass on this cancer and coming out much better than when I started. You know what? I'm probably going to lose a little weight. I could stand to do that. That'd be okay. My hair, it's silver. It's old lady hair, right? I'm going to get better hair. I'm going to approach everything as much as possible with a positive slant, and This is not going to be a place for insults of other people. It's not going to be a place where people are toxic to one another, because I will block you. Life's too short. If you come and you can be supportive in the community, that's great. Don't be an a-hole. Nobody wants to deal with that. We've got enough going on, right? So anyway, that's a little bit about me. I'm happy to answer any questions you have. And, I'm going to be brave, and I'm going to put on my big girl pants, and either Doug, my husband, is Grandmaster Ninja McWhoop. He's either going to shave my hair, or I might just do it myself. I don't know. I might have my daughter do it, but it's time, because I don't want to have to face the drain. That drain of fur, I just can't do it. So please stick around. I hope that you stay with us. If you are someone that's dealing with cancer, if you are somebody who wants to look at the bright side of things, if you want a community that supports you and is honest, and I'm going to be very transparent, and I just hope that you will come back. And after we shave my head, we're gonna have a wig. We're gonna have a wig showcase. We're gonna see all different kinds of styles. You can let me know what you think looks best. We're gonna have some fun along the way, because if there's one thing that I know after having this diagnosis, every day is precious. And I want you to be a part of that, and I want you to celebrate that too. There's so many good things to look forward to. And I hope that you stay here, and I hope that you join this community. We'd love to have you. I'll see you soon. Until then, have a good one.